Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 127. Got some sprints and jumps and some general plyometrics. This workout was absolutely atrocious because of just how fatigued I was from the squats the other day. And I think I pushed it a little bit too hard with that. I guess you could call it a bodybuilding style, sort of aesthetically focused body workout. You always have to, if you train every day, you have to pay the consequences for what you did yesterday. If you don't recover well from what you did 2 days before or even a day before, then what you do today is going to suffer because of that. And I think going into this workout, I kind of knew that. I felt really slow on these sprints, didn't feel very elastic or bouncy. I felt like I just was, felt like my brain was telling me to go, and then my body was just like having a very, very delayed response. But because I expected it, I was sort of preparing my mind for it, but it really hit home when I was doing these jump tests. The Friday jump test, the jump session isn't actually dunked. I'm just trying to jump as high as I possibly can, and then I'm seeing, using my Vertec, my homemade Vertec, to see how high I can actually reach on the Vertec. And I think standing, I just about managed to do 10 foot off vert, and then for a full approach, I think I barely managed 10 foot 4. And compared to where I've been before, I've actually touched 10.4 standing before, and I've touched 10.7 as my highest jump ever. So it's a little bit frustrating, but that is what comes part and parcel with this part of the strength training program. I think as you focus on building and increasing strength, if that's the primary focus, which is the first half of this program, then potentially your power and speed will suffer as well. So I'm really looking forward to the second phase of this program after I've deloaded and retested my maxes on the squats and the cleans, to actually get into some genuine athletic training where I can really do what I would consider to be full-on athletic training, which is full body explosive athletic movements. So more sprinting, more jumping, more dynamic effort things, plyometrics, just things that real athletes will do in sports, for example. It's very tempting if you do a lot of barbell training to make the barbell like your entirety of your training. And if you're a powerlifter or if you're a weightlifter, then that's great. But if you look at what actual athletes in sports, full body sports, I guess there are a wide variety of sports, but if you look at field sports, track and field athletics, some of the sports that I would consider to be the most athletic in the world, it's all unloaded. It's maximal velocity movements that would require high amounts of technical proficiency, and that's something that I'm lacking with my vertical jump at the moment. So it's something that I've been putting off, and I've never really done much of in my training before. I've always been very, very comfortable using a barbell and just trying to load the barbell as heavy as I can, sort of telling myself that if I squat heavier, deadlift heavier, do a heavier clean or heavy power clean, then that's going to somehow magically translate into my vertical jump. But I think we all know now, at the time I've talked about this with my vertical jumping, I'm not an elastic jumper. I am a power jumper, so just working on my strength isn't really going to help me a lot. I need to work on my elasticity and need to do a lot more dynamic and explosive elastic movements, sprinting, jumping, plyometrics, and make that the sort of main thing that I focus on 4 days a week with my lower body training. I think that is going to be the real game changer for me, because I've been at this point for a long time where I've been just at that boundary where I can almost dunk but can't quite on 10 feet, and it's just getting really frustrating at this point. So I'm going to do this last little push, last few weeks, retest, see if I can get a new max on my squat and my clean, and then just put that away for a few months, or even a few weeks, a few months, see how long it takes to focus on the plyometrics and actually start increasing my vertical jump. Granted, this could just be a down day from my nervous system being taxed from the squats, and it probably will go back up to baseline. My baseline probably right now is touching 10.6 and maybe 10.1 off vert, maybe 10.2 at a push. But generally, I generally have about 3 inches difference between my off vert and then my 3-step full approach vertical jumps. So I want to start to increase that disparity with more athletic training, so that I can start to take more advantage of that full approach, taking advantage of the speed coming into the jump, rather than relying purely on my slow strength. I want to be better at fast strength, explosive, dynamic strength. Anyway, guys, that is pretty much it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you in the next one.